My friend fixing his own
changes in a negative way like that, it becomes known as heart failure.
Doctors found that Christian's red blood, which caused heart and kidney failure. Christian almost died.
It was the first time in my life I was scared.
A stint on the dialysis machine helped him recover, but it was a very close call.
I wonder if he was experiencing disseminated intravascular coagulation. Complex situation, and there's all sorts
I need a
of
tripod
Today's
for this.
checkup ends without any cause for alarm, and Christian couldn't be happier.
You only have one life. And it's too short to waste it by feeling bad.
It's great that he's found a community around his limitations. And we have to be honest and call them limitations. I'm sure there are things he would like to do, run more freely, be able to walk great distances, and he has limitations, but that hasn't put a limitation on his ability to dream. He still has goals he set for himself, he has friendships, and that's what really matters, is setting yourself goals that are appropriate for you, but challenging enough for you so that it's still valuable once you achieve those goals.
Seeking a happy retirement, 60-year-old Ida and her husband Randy moved to Smithville years ago. There are places where everyone knows and cares for their neighbors.
A lady looked at me and said, "You should be ashamed of yourself being a woman and coming out in public with a hole like that in your head."
Is that a cancer? That looks like either a squamous cell carcinoma or a basal cell carcinoma.
A malignant type of cancer consumed Ida's face. Now she hopes for a medical miracle. Ida's journey started over a decade ago.
I had a spot on my nose.
We have patients in our clinic population who have been waiting for an oral approach to prevention of their HAE attacks, and those individuals have now begun.
And then years later, a pimple came up in that same area. And I squeezed it, but the hole just kept getting bigger.
So that's one of the most important things I tell my patients, and I've said it on this YouTube channel, that if you have a non-healing wound in the face, especially one that's growing, even if it's mild, you should speak to a doctor about it. Reason being is, there's cancers like basal cell carcinoma, for example, can present itself in this way. And while basal cell is a slow-growing cancer, it's not one that usually spreads, it usually stays quite local. It can be greatly disfiguring, especially upon its removal.
And I was seeing a family doctor, and he was telling me to cleanse this wound with Dettol and water.
I hope there was a lawsuit involved here.
Ida has basal cell carcinoma. The condition afflicts more than 50,000 Canadians annually.
It's the most common type of skin cancer. What's interesting is there's actually a type of surgery